The agents also verify the spreadsheet rather than replying only on the initial issue descriptions. A lot of work does not fail because people lack the skill to do it. It fails because the work is scattered across too many tools, too many people and decisions. Think about it. One person checks the data, another investigates the issue, someone else prepares the response, and a manager still has to decide what happens next. Sure, the task may be simple, but coordinating the chain is where time gets lost. Even with AI, that problem often remains. One tool analyzes a spreadsheet, another drafts an email, and another summarizes the result, but someone still has to move the context between the tools, which brings me to Hyperagent. Hyperagent lets you create teams of specialized agents, each with its own unique role, tools, instructions, and limits. They can hand work to one another, operate on schedules, and stop for human approval when necessary. What is so special about Hyperagent? Based on the description alone, I see that Hyperagent could hypothetically support sales research and follow-ups, customer service investigations, finance reviews, content production, development incidents, recurrent personal work, and other multi-step processes. We're going to put that to the test, and to test that, I'm setting up an operations team that will analyze data, investigate problems. It will prepare customer communications, request approvals, and report the results to management. Different roles, one team that keeps work moving while you sleep. Let's see what Hyperagent is capable of. Let's dive deep. For this build, I am setting up an operations team for an online furniture retailer dealing with delayed orders, inventory mismatches, supplier problems, refund requests, pricing errors, and customer service issues. The company's operational data is stored in a Google Sheet containing 1,200 orders, plus inventory and supporting records. The goal is to have the agents analyze the operational data, coordinate solutions in Slack, and bring in a human whenever a decision should not be made automatically. I'll start by creating Olivia, the operations manager responsible for coordinating the rest of the team. In her system prompt, I defined her role, responsibilities, limits, and how she should manage the other agents. A system prompt is essentially the agent's permanent job description and operating rules. A normal prompt gives it one task, but the system prompt shapes how it behaves across every task. I then created the rest of the team: Daniel for data analysis, Marcus for finance, Jane for procurement and inventory, Sophie for customer experience, Noah for systems and processes, Rachel for risk and compliance, and Ethan for executive reporting. Each agent has a specialized role, system prompt, tools, and boundaries, so these agents do not all behave like the same general assistant. I want the work and communication to happen inside Slack, so I'll connect my workspace to Hyperagent. I'll go to the invocations section for each agent and add them to the appropriate Slack channels. The main operational work happens in one channel, while Ethan posts management updates in another. I'll set response rules for each agent, including when it should reply and whether it can respond to other agents. This keeps the workflow organized without everyone speaking at once. I'll connect all 8 agents to the company's Google Sheet with read access, allowing them to verify the records relevant to their roles. Write access is kept more limited to prevent conflicting changes. I'll also connect Sophie to Gmail because she will prepare customer communications. She can create and save drafts, while final sending remains a human decision. With all 8 agents now connected to Slack, I'll ask Olivia to coordinate and complete operational investigation of of the 1,200 orders. Her job is to have Daniel analyze the data, identify the highest priority cases, and also bring in the right specialized agent to work on each issue. Olivia controls the sequence, assigns one task at a time, waits for the result, and decides what happens next. This keeps the operation organized without me managing every handoff myself. Daniel analyzes all 1,200 orders and selects the 10 cases that need attention first. For each one, he gives Olivia the order ID, confirms issue, evidence, urgency, and the agent he recommends involving next. Sophie handles customer impact questions, Noah investigates process failures, Jane checks stock and supplier issues, Marcus reviews the financial exposure, and Rachel steps in when risk or approval needs to be considered. Together, all these agents uncover fulfillment failures, warehouse shortages, supplier problems, duplicate orders, refund conflicts, missing customer data, pricing errors, and an undiscovered recall refund. The agents also verify the spreadsheet rather than relying only on the initial issue descriptions. In one case, that check reveals that the original assumption was wrong. One order, for example, appeared to be a current delivery delay but had actually shipped months earlier. The real issue was a missing email address, an open support ticket, and uncertainty over which customer record was correct. Because two customers had the same name and there was no customer ID confirming the match, the team stopped and asked for human verification instead of making an unsafe assumption. Once the 10 cases are reviewed, Sophie creates 9 personalized Gmail drafts based on the final recommendations, but nothing is sent automatically. Olivia then hands the completed work to Ethan. I'll move to the second Slack channel where he has condensed the full working thread into a management summary. Instead of repeating every conversation, he separates the outcome into what is ready to proceed, what still needs my approval, what requires more information, and any remaining risks. He also includes the 9 Gmail drafts that Sophie created, confirms that nothing has been sent, and flags the one customer email that still needs human verification. This gives management a clear view of the decisions that can move forward without having to read through the entire operational thread. Finally, I ask Olivia to turn the same workflow into a daily schedule. She prepares it to run every day at 7 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Time. I only need to review and save the configuration. After that, the team can check for new or changed issues, coordinate the right agents, request approval when needed, and post a fresh management summary automatically. The interesting part is not that 8 agents completed 8 different tasks. No, it is that the work moved from one role to another without me having to carry the context between them. No babysitting. One agent found the issue, another investigated it, another reviewed the financial or operational impact, and the final result came back as customer drafts and a management update inside the tools the team already uses. But the workflow was not left completely unchecked. When the customer information could not be verified, it stopped instead of making a convenient assumption. That balance matters because useful agents should be able to keep work moving while still knowing when a person needs to step in. This kind of setup could be useful anywhere work passes through several roles like sales, support, finance, research, content operations, or even recurrent personal tasks. You build the team once, give each agent a clear job, connect tools, and let process run again on a schedule. The real value is not simply having multiple agents, it's allowing them to take responsibility for different parts of a process and complete the work together without you directing every handoff. So if you want to try Hyperagent for yourself, you can sign up for a paid plan through through the link in the description and get $100 in bonus credits. Build your own team of specialized AI agents and let me know what you create and how it works for you. I'm done for now and I'll talk to you soon. Ivan KV
out.